All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, out there, pushing out this word of true sincerity. All right, and just want to do a quick video concerning who the red Hebrew Edomites are today. All right, because there's you got these Edomites, all right, you so-called white people trying to demonize, all right, the Hebrew Israelites, all right, and you keep calling us black Hebrew Israelites, all right. We're not black, all right. We're nothing about us is black, okay. If anything, we're the white people. We're the white people because white means pure, all right, and black means dark, negative. It's associated with evil, all right, and that's not what we are. Our people. All right, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the chosen people of the Heavenly Father, which are the Israelites, okay, today. And you so-called white people are Edomites, all right? Get it through that thick skull of yours. All right, you're not white. You're not Caucasian. Well, actually, you are Caucasian. You can use that. We'll allow you to use that because you are cave dwellers, all right? And according to let's get that Job, 30. See, this is your history right here. All right, Job 30. And I started 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. All right, so Job said he wouldn't even put you damn devils around his dogs. All right, because you so-called white people are into that. You Edomites. All right, you red Hebrew Edomites. All right, you Idumeans. Whatever term you want to use, you can use it. The Adawam, okay, the Hebrew, Idumean, that's Greek, or you can use Edom in English, okay. You get used to them names, all right, because you're gonna see and hear a lot more of it, all right. And in the kingdom, you're gonna be called Adawam, all right, red. The word Edom means red, and that's what you damn devils are. All right, you so-called white people are not white, all right. You are most of you are of a red complexion, okay, or some kind of pink, all right, a derivative of red, just like we're brown, okay, different shades of brown. You damn devils are different shades of red, all right. And that's why in those little cartoons you like to paint the devil as a red person, a red man. Well, you're painting yourself in that them cartoons, all right. Verse 2, it says, yea, whereunto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. All right, because at a certain point in history, all right, the nations, they drove you out. All right, they pushed you out of the land of Idumea, which is out there south of Israel. All right, they got you, the Ishmaelites. They pushed you on out of there. I forgot what their names are. It starts with an N, Nebatenes or something like that. I'd have to go back into the history, but you were pushed out of your land up into the Caucasus regions, all right, Caucasus Mountains. That's why you call yourself Caucasians, all right, Caucasian, all right. You were dwelling up there in the caves, okay, and that's why all your architecture, from the Greeks to the Romans to this modern day Roman Empire, which is America and the beast, all right, the EU and the NATO, all their architecture refers back to Mount Petra. All right, in the Caucasus Mountains, because you were cave dwellers. You love living in those high sky rises. All right, and the rocks. It's not concrete, a rock. That's why you like to live glamorous in the high skyscrapers. All right, because you used to that. All right. It said verse 4, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. So you damn cave dwellers, all right. You Edomites, all right. You were a caveman at one point, okay. The true cavemen on the planet are you Edomites, all right. You Neanderthals, all right. You're subhuman. You're base. You're the base man, and it's gonna say it, okay. You were the true cavemen, all right. It goes on. It says, they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after thieves, because that's what you so-called white people do. All right, you steal everything. Nobody likes you. All right, and the nations pushed you out, man. They said, get these devils, these decrepit bastards out of here. all right, and they pushed you up into those mountains. All right, that's that Georgia Russia border, okay, modern day Georgia Russia border. That border, that's where you were, all right, and you're the border of wickedness too. How about that? All right, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. See, you're the caveman. That's what the caveman means, man that dwells in a cave. Well, this is describing you so-called white people, you Edomites. All right, the the people whom the Lord has a curse for all right, the people of his curse. Because that curse is that pigmentation, the lack of pigmentation. All right, that Cain, going all the way back to the book of Genesis, Cain received that mark. All right, the Lord took his pigmentation, and that's why he was running. He said, if people see me, they're gonna want to slay me, because he was the only red person on the planet at the time. All right, not white. He was the only pale faced person on the planet, and that's what you Edomites, descendants of Esau, have, because Esau was born with that curse. All right, Cain was given it to after he slew his brother Abel, but you Edomites came. All right, Esau came back, or Cain came back in through reincarnation as Esau, born with the mark. Okay, he came out red. All right, we're gonna get that. But let's finish this. I was making that point that you guys could call yourself Caucasians, because you are cave dwellers, living in the cliffs, the valleys, and in the rocks. All right, that's why they call it the man. Esau likes to say he got a man cave. That's because you biologically are programmed to live like that, man. You're a bunch of brute beasts, okay? Bunch of cavemen, all right? Yeah, that's why they got that Geico commercial. So easy a caveman can do it. Yeah, it's that easy that even the Edomite can do it. That's what they're saying. All right, verse 7. Among the bushes they braid. All right, and braid is like a what a donkey does. All right, and that's when you were cavemen. You didn't have no language. All right, you would wear your clothes until they just deteriorated. You didn't take showers. You didn't bathe properly. Okay, you didn't know how to uh, uh conduct yourself as a proper human. That's because you are not human. All right, hue, you break that word human down. Hue means color. All right, and man is man. But you're not a man of color. You lack pigmentation. We'll say that you lack, because you are color. You are a man of color. I'll say that you red. All right, but you lack pigmentation, a melanin. All right, the melanin you have is not the melanin that is it's not the melanin that is what else can I say? It's not good for you, okay, so to say. It doesn't protect you from the rays of the sun. All right, that's why you devils had to invent sunblock. All right, SPF 30, SPF 50. All right, you can't be in the sun too long, or you're gonna fry up like a sizzling pan. Okay. All right. Under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. All right, so you devils, all right, you so-called white people, you Edomites, you're children of fools and base men. All right, let's go to Genesis. All right, let's see the conception of you so-called white people, or the birth of you. All right, you know what? Let's go back. Let's get Genesis 25 and 20. I'm gonna just go straight to the point. 23. All right, because you so-called white people, you Edomites, were brother. You were brother of our progenitor Jacob, right? Which his name was changed to Israel later on. It says in verse 23, and Yahweh, the Lord Yahweh, said unto her, two nations are in thy womb. All right, two different nations. All right, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So two manner of people were going to be separated, completely different people, completely different mannerisms, two different nations. Yes, they were brothers, but they were to be separated. They would be the two fathers of two nations, all right? The progenitors of the Edomites and the progenitors of the Israelites, okay? And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. What people is that? The Israelites would be stronger, all right? We're physically, mentally, and spiritually stronger than you so-called white people, you Edomites, all right? We're better at everything, all right? And we're stronger than you. Take a look at the sports industry. It's Israelites that dominate. All right, in every aspect, we invent better things. The only thing you're blessing. All right, or you're one of your weapons is this to be wicked. And even our people are better at doing wickedness than you, because our people, 2/3 of our people have surpassed you in wickedness. All right. And the elder shall serve the younger. So whoever comes out first is going to ultimately be a servant unto the younger one. All right. Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in a womb. All right. They were not identical twins. Okay. They were paternal twins. Okay. They had the same father and the mother, but they were not identical. They didn't look the same. All right. And the verse 25. And the first came out red. Red. Now you take a look. Who comes out red when they're born is you so-called white people. You Edomites. All right. You come out red. Not brown. Not white. You come out red. All right. And the first came out red. Like, look at Trump. That's a red man. All right. Look at that little kid from the Covington High School. He's red. All right. All over, like in hairy garment, because in the ancient world they used to take the red heifers or sheep's wool, and dye it with dye it to make it red. Okay. And they called his name Esau, Isha, meaning wasted away. Because what? Your pigmentation was wasted away. You had none. So Isaac looked at him and said, "Holy, what else? Who knows what he said?" But he called him Isha. Okay, Isha, meaning wasted away. What's wasted away? Your pigmentation. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. See how they didn't describe him. All right, they didn't describe Jacob because Jacob was like everybody else. Okay, there was no need to describe him because he looked like everybody else. He came out brown. All right. All right. He didn't come out black. There's no such thing as a black person. Right. First of all, white and black, you can argue that they are not colors, they're shades. Okay. But nonetheless. So Jacob came out second. All right. Esau came out first. And we read earlier that the elder shall serve the younger. So Esau is ultimately going to be a servant of the Israelites, according to biblical prophecy. Revelation 13, 9 and 10. Okay, Isaiah 14 and 21. Psalms chapter 2. The list goes on. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter and man of the field. What do you so-called white people like to do? You like to go hunting. You like to be out in the woods in the middle of the night. All right, you're a man of the field. You're a cunning hunter. That's why they're out here hunting lions and tigers, bears, giraffes, elephants. All right, you name it, they'll go hunt it. Okay, setting up little traps in the trees. Little campsite. Man, this devil is a cunning hunter, man. And that's the spirit of you Edomites. All right. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. All right, Jacob was an upright. All right, perfect man. That's what that word plain man doesn't mean. Like he was lacking flavor. And that word, you go into that word there, it's Yashar. I believe it's Yashar. I could check. Let me check. But I think it was Yashar. It means upright. All right, perfect man. It wasn't he, because Israel's the salt of the earth. So he wasn't a plain regular guy. Okay. Let's see here. It's a plain. Oh no, this one is Tham. Tham. Okay, it means perfect, complete. All right. Meaning he kept the laws. He was perfect, undefiled, upright. See, that's why I was thinking it was Yashar. Yashar means upright. But this is another word for perfect, upright man. One who is morally and ethically pure. See, Jacob was morally and ethically pure, unlike Esau. Tham. He was Tham. All right. So now let me get this this book I came across. All right, and it's entitled. Okay, this is gonna be the nail on the head. We ain't gonna make this longer. Just proving that you Edomites are the so-called white people. All right, this book is called The Roman Empire, the Empire of the Edomite, by William Beeston, from 1853. All right, this was written in 1853. Okay, long ago in London. It looked like he went to Cambridge. So he was a learned man, so to say. All right, so I'm just gonna hit this point right here on page 16. All right, and this book was written over 150 years ago. Okay, page 16, and it reads, the Romans. All right, the Romans, then being Latins, the Latins themselves must, according to our rabbinical tradition, be Idumeans. Idumean is the Greek way of saying Edomite. All right, and our first business therefore lies with the origin, history, and language of the ancient Edomites. So you Edomites were the ancient Romans, and we all know that the ancient Romans were so-called white people. All right, Julius Caesar, uh, um, Nero, or was it Nerva? Okay, who else? Claudius Caesar, Octavian. You know, well, you know what? Let me get the list. I have a list here somewhere. Okay, list of the Roman emperors. Because there was at one point, you so-called white people lost the power of Rome. All right. Okay, so Julius Caesar, which was the first Caesar. Then you had Augustus, his nephew, Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, Nero, Galba, Ortho, Aulus, Vitellius, Vespasian, Titus, and Domitian. All right, those were all so-called white people. All right, and then after Domitian, that's when the so-called Negro started taking over. All right, according to biblical prophecy, when the beast was wounded in the book of Revelation. All right, let's get it. You know, Revelation chapter 20. All right, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. All right, this was when you so-called white people were casted into slavery. All right, from the time of around 380, between 380 to 400 AD to about the late to early 1400s, you went and were taken out of power. Okay, the bottomless pit is Europe. Verse 2, and he laid hold on the dragon, which is the ancient Roman Empire, that old serpent, going all the way back to the book of Genesis, all right, that serpent that deceived Eve, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Okay, from about this time here, Nerva, all the way up to when what's his name? Constantine, which should be around 300. Where is he at? Okay, here it is. Constantine. All right, 300 AD. Okay, all the way up to about the 1400s. All right, when Christopher Columbus set sail. That's the times y'all were bound for 1,000 years, which is you Edomites. All right, that dragon were the Romans, which we just proved that the Romans were Edomites, and it's biblical scholars to tell you, all right, that that the dragon spoken of in the book of Revelation is the Roman Empire. All right, which is the devil and Satan. So you so-called Edomites, or you so-called white people, you Edomites. Okay, you're the devil. All right, the Bible speaks of. You're Satan. Devil means deceiver, and Satan means adversary. Okay, so you're that devil and Satan. You're Edomite. Get used to it. All right, and with that, read this book if you get a chance. All right, Ma'ath Lababal, you so-called Edomites are going down. You're coming out of power, and Israel is rising up. Shalom.